Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for this quick overview of how to edit your HAC3001 portfolio. So in this video, I'm just going to demo how you can complete Assessment Task 1. So to do that, I'm going to go and track down the Assessment Task 1 pages. They're in the Scoping Phase section, so I'll click on Scoping Phase from the menu. And you can see that in Scoping Phase, there's a whole bunch of instructions that you can use to help you get the job done. So the first thing I need to do is edit this home page. So it tells me what I need to do. Add a brief description of your internship on this page. You can then move on to part 1 and part 2 pages to complete the first assessment. Okay, so to edit this page and complete that little to-do, all I need to do is go to the top of the screen and look for the Edit Page button. There it is. So I'll click on that, and that takes me into this editing window where I can start making changes. So the first thing that I need to do is obviously get rid of these boxes that are giving me some instructions. So to do that, I'm just going to click inside this red box. We'll get rid of this one first, and you'll see that the editing tools pop up. And I'm just going to click on the 3 dots here in this menu and look for a delete option. Delete's right at the bottom of the menu. Just by clicking that, I removed that box. I can also get rid of the to-do box. So to do that, I'm just going to click there so that my mouse is in that box, and I'm going to again choose the 3 dots for options and choose delete. So now I probably want to make some changes to this text that's in this blue box. So I'll select that text, and then I can hit the backspace button to delete it, and I can go ahead and add some information. Okay, so you might want to include a little bit more information about exactly what you're working on, but this is good for this demo. So I've made that little change to this page. So now all I need to do is look over to the top right hand corner of the screen, and I can click save to save these changes. So I'll click save, and then you'll see that a little box at the bottom left pops up that allows us to view the page. So we can go back out and check to see what the public facing page looks like. And I'm pretty happy with this change. So I've finished making changes to this first page. The next thing I'm going to do is have a look at part 1 of my assessment task 1. So I'll click on the menu item part 1 internship project plan. Okay, so as you can see, this page includes all the information we need to get Assessment 1 Part 1 completed. So the first thing I'm going to do is read the to-do. So it says add your own content under each heading to document your internship project plan. So to go ahead and do that, all I need to do, you guessed it, is edit the page. So I'll look for the Edit Page button at the top of the screen, and I'll click on that to go into the editing tools. Okay, so the first thing I can do obviously is get rid of that to-do note. So same as before, I'm going to click my mouse into the red box. The toolbar shows up with all the tools I need to edit my page, and I'm going to choose the 3 dots at the end and click delete to remove that. Then you'll see in this page that there's already headings, and there's instructions under each heading to tell you what you need to do to complete this assessment task. So the first thing I'm going to do after I've read the instructions is I'm going to delete that text so that I can replace it with my own. So I'll select that text with the mouse, and then I'm just going to choose backspace to get rid of it. Okay, then I can go ahead and I can type in my answer. Okay, and I'll go ahead and I would complete that task for each of the headings. I'm also going to edit my supervisor plan at the bottom of the page by adding text to this table. Again, this is really simple. All you need to do is put your mouse in the table where you want to type, and then put some information in about how you're going to meet with your academic supervisor. Okay, so once we've finished this process, we've added our answers under each of the headings. we've set up some information about when we're going to meet with our academic supervisor, we can go ahead and hit the Save button at the top right-hand corner of the screen. So I'll click on Save, and you'll see that the button pops up at the bottom left of the screen to view the page. So I'll click on View Page, and I can see my assessment task is completed and it's ready for me to submit. You're going to go through the same process in Part 2. So click on Part 2, and you'll see again you have some instructions at the top of the page and some sections that you need to complete. I hope this little video has provided a good overview of what you need to do to get your first assessment task done. Good luck!